We continue learning Rabeinu Yona's Sharei Teshuva. We're holding at page 546 in the Art School edition, and we're in the middle of discussing the fourth group of those who will not be Zaycha and merit to decree to the Shechina, which are those who speak Lashon Hara. Says Rabeinu Yona Vihine. We have to explain. How is it possible? The end of previous year, we left off with a bit of a cliffhanger. Lashon Hara is more chamer than the big three. How could it be? Haloi, we all know Al Kolachas man Amru. We all know that on the big three you have to give up your life. Vamru, Chamur Avodazar Shekol Amoida Baki Kaver Kolatar Kulam. We know Avodazar is most Chamur than anyone who is Maida at Avodazar is like he denies the whole Torah. Vamru, and furthermore, Ki Ameshubal Avodazar Meshubal Kolatar Kulam. Then the apostate of Avodazar is such the entire Torah. So how could Lashon Hara be more severe? However, when you think about and contemplate and put your heart on the aforementioned teachings of Chazal, we'll understand there are many reasons, many explanations and offshoots, how to realize and comprehend that yes, indeed, Lashon Hara, at some levels and in different fashions, is worse than even Ki Yarai Shvichas Damin and Avodah Zarah. Number one, the Lashon Hara is more severe. One who speaks Lashon Hara repeats his sin again and again. 10 times a day. Humiliates, v'yavish, v'yachbir, v'yidaber. He demeans, he speaks haughtily, and he's hitting people secretly. He's destroying people, killing his victims with his tongue. How could there be a limit to such a punishment? He doesn't have an end to his terrible words. Even a minor, small avera, when you do it again and again and again, it adds up. So says Rabeinu Yona, even on the mere fact, the repetitive nature of Lashon Hara, the destructive and constant nature, as we learned, as you repeat it, it gets greater and more disgusting, the Aveira, again and again. And therefore, what does it mean the Lashon Hara is equal to the big three? This means in comparison to one who falls prey to the Gimel Aveirus Chamurais, due to his Yetzer Hara. The Yetzer Hara gets the better of one, and he's over on Gil Yarais. It happens once. How can you compare that to someone who's denying the entirety of Torah tens and hundreds of times daily as he consistently and continuously speaks Lashon Hara? Vasheni. Another way how Lashon Hara is even worse. One who speaks Lashon Hara is difficult to do tshuva. Why? Because he's trained his tongue to speak falsely and his mouth to speak negatively. And due to the constant nature how he has accustomed himself, and then he lost control. He can't even be in control of that which he says. And it's almost as if his mouth creates the thoughts and not the opposite, meaning he's talking and talking without any thought. What does that mean? Fear and trepidation. Ki his skill that a fool, Hexil, Rav Yagar Mizam, the Shane Ben Yivakish Vakish Yara Me Oivai. One who his tongue takes over him, should be afraid and worried about his tongue, that it's going to get him into trouble, just like you're afraid of your enemy, meaning the person's mouth becomes his own enemy, takes on a life of its own, as he just talks and talks without thought. Cain Sefasa Bershusa, he no longer has control of his mouth. A second way, Allah Shanari, could be worse even than the Gimel Aveiros Chamuros.